Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? Fresh back from the Dallas get-together, talking about crypto. Like I said before, I am going to be picking up some new stuff that I want to share with everybody. There are some strategies out there. It's not just about buying cryptos and letting them sit there. There is actually a strategy in which you can make money that I think is a much more better approach when you look at cryptos than just saying, hey, I want to buy some crypto and hold them in your wallet. Okay, we will get into that. But you guys know, first and foremost, I'm always going to put people towards gold and silver, especially with everything seeming to be happening at the moment. You can see the market's just falling apart. How much longer are they going to be able to keep it up? God only knows. We will get into that. Hey, folks, just a quick reminder that back in 2008 and 9, a lot of people lost all of their retirement savings and their 401ks and IRAs because they did not own gold and silver. Yeah, that's right. Gold and silver protects you from a market crash. So do yourself a favor. Protect your retirement by purchasing gold and silver. You can go to moneymetals.com, reach out to them, and they will help you set yourself up to protect you and your family from having to start all over from scratch. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they will send along with your order a free half ounce of silver. So folks, do yourself a favor, head on over to moneymetals.com and protect you and your family from a market crash, as well as inflation. And we are definitely there. There's no doubt about it. Inflation is all over the place. And not just that, we really are on the verge of something happening to the markets. We know right now that the government's teetering on shutting down. So for the government to be shut down, we'll see how long that goes on. That's what they like to do is, in my opinion, just take you through all the drama of, oh, this person, oh, that person, or this political party, that political party. Nobody loves the American people more than we do. It's just all posturing. They're going to do it one way or the other. Or is this the time that they start crashing the economy? We know that's coming up, and that's a planned event as much as this RONA is too. So if you don't have your money outside of the system, you could lose it all. More and more people are talking about bail-ins. I was talking about bail-ins over a year ago. Okay, and now more and more people are talking about bail-ins. I love to see it because I think it's important for you guys to be at least aware of what a bail-in is. And if you leave your money in the bank, that's on you. Okay, 401ks, IRA accounts right now, they're all part of the paper fiat system, and that's what you don't want to be in when the doo-doo hits the fan. If you get my drift, gold and silver, it'll keep you secure, all right? And when you do, go check out our friends over there at Money Metals. The link is down below in the description. For those of you looking for my address, there it is right here. And you guys know I have this alternative website in which I have one of the videos is on there for free. And I keep encouraging people to go to it and share it, watch it. This one right here, just click it and it'll play for free. Okay, I want you guys to go check it out because there's a lot of very important information that I think you and loved ones would benefit from. What has been going on in the markets? As you guys saw, I think there was a 500-point drop the other day. That's not surprising. I mean, you could look at the Dow Jones and see it on more than one occasion. It's on the verge of just dropping. It's been bailed out a couple times now. I mean, these are pretty good drops from where they were. I mean, that's almost 1,000 points it dropped in one day. It was artificially pumped up. It's going to keep doing it. Again, I don't know how much longer they're going to be able to continue to artificially pump this fake economy, especially without opening up the economy and allowing people to go back to work and stop dealing with this RONA crap. Seriously. They could use that as an excuse all they want, but we know what they're trying to do is force everybody to get on universal basic income. So now they control your money. We know the digital coins coming out. My thing is, I just don't think they're ready to move forward yet, and so they're kind of stuck and struggling to figuring out what they need to do to keep everybody where they are in check and control of the people. To my brothers and sisters over in Australia, I'm really saddened to see just how bad things are getting, but very happy to see you guys are fighting back. Gold and silver, look, gold is still teetering around. What is that, the 1750 mark? It goes up and down. And they've been keeping gold somewhere just below 23, or silver. They've been keeping silver somewhere below $23. It started to actually make a pretty good little run, and then they just got slammed back down. I just really, I can't help but feel like they're just purposely keeping gold and silver low. why they, the powers that be, try to store up on as much as possible while discouraging you from buying it. That's a no-no. Cryptocurrencies, I told you guys that in futures for Bitcoin has it down somewhere between what, 22 and 24,000? What are we getting ready to do? We're getting ready to come out of September, going October. That's not very much longer, man. October, November, December. Do you think the futures contracts are going to get this right? Do you think they're going to be somewhere down around 22, 24? If so, what does that do with the rest of the cryptos? To me, that's just their way of discouraging you guys from getting into it. Like I said, there is another tactic that I'm going to be studying on a little bit more that I want to share with you. Okay, but you can look at the 52-week average. We got Bitcoin, so about the halfway mark. You got Ethereum, just above the halfway mark. Hex is still doing really good despite what's going on. Cardano more than 50%. We see that. XRP, I don't know what's going on here. What happened to the going to the moon? You guys were the big quantum financial system, Supercoin. What happened to all that? Something is terribly wrong, but it's somewhere around 90 cents. And I believe I'm the one that said don't be surprised if it gets up around $1 and settles somewhere close to there, if it's going to be the new Swift currency, if you get my drift. So far, it looks like it's trying to settle somewhere around $1, that's for sure. Polkadot, more than 50%. We're actually about 50% mark. So, your main currencies, there's where they are. Litecoin, you're below 50%. So, you might want to look at this, you guys, as buying Litecoin on sale. There's a lot of projects going on with Litecoin, which I anticipated to go on up there. But at $44, that seems kind of low, if you ask me. And it's definitely below the 50% mark. If anything, is down about the last quarter of the 52-week average. XLM, I don't know what's going on with XLM, but it's definitely getting down there real low again. So this kind of reminds me of that time when they all dropped back down. Then you had stuff like XLM and them around 7 cents, 8 cents. I mean, these prices are really low. They're ridiculous. The powers are going to be are going to try to discourage people from getting into cryptocurrencies. They want you guys to be discouraged about it. They worked on me, but now the more I learn about cryptocurrencies, the more I'm thinking there is a way to beat this system. This is your way of becoming a sovereign citizen. It really is. But again, I don't want to jump too far in advance without learning more about it. But what I was told just in passing really seems like the great route to go. But it's not going to keep me away from my gold and silver. There's no doubt about that. But what we could do is diversify you. I'm not going to give up 100% on cryptocurrencies. It's discouraging to see this. It's discouraging to see so many people like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs being involved with cryptocurrencies. I prefer they stay out. So again, you can see silver keeping around at $22.50, $23 mark, but that doesn't change anything with retailers. Retailers still got it above 30. What's that tell you? It's at least supported at the $30 mark. Some of them have it around $35, $36 an ounce still. Premiums are really super high on silver, but being paid, there's no doubt about it. And if it's being paid, that's because people know that's the true value. This is the kind of stuff you want to look for when we're talking about a crash on the market. Dow Jones dives on Janet Yellen's warning. Stocks sell off as bond yields rise. Hold on to that gold and silver. People are getting out of stocks because it's too risky. Just wait for it to crash and then buy them when they're cheaper. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dived nearly 500 points on Treasury Janet Yellen's default risk warning. So look, they got to keep this thing afloat for a little bit longer before they can force us all to universal basic income, before they can force us into the digital dollar. Do they want to take your money? Yeah. Is that what happened in 2007, 2008? Yeah, we know that. You guys, I talk about it. IRAs and 401ks all lost about 50, 60% of the value. Then people spent the rest of the money trying to survive since jobs weren't available. There's a repeat of that coming. Their goal, again, is these bad people definitely want you to be penniless. They want you so reliant on the government that you have no choice. You have to do what they say, and that includes getting the RONA shot. Okay, so the NASDAQ sank 2.6%, S&P down 1.8%, the Dow was down 1.3%. Doesn't sound like a whole lot. It ain't the end of the world, but even so, those are some warning in my opinions. We saw the graphs. There's more than one occasion in which they took a pretty good dive. We're going to know a whole lot more here real quick. There's a lot of professionals predicting that in October, we will see the market crash. As the new fiscal period comes to an end, the old fiscal period comes to an end and a new one gets launched, What kind of budget are we going to pass? What kind of dollars are they talking about? How can they predict anything if they don't open up the economy and let people go back to work? So I expect it to fall all the way. That's just their way of taking those individuals who are still in the stock market, take your money away. If you are not protected with gold and silver, you're really going to be kicking yourself in the ass later on down the line. And there are some strategies. Again, you guys, I will learn them and get them over to you. But, the cryptos are going to take a hit. Let's just be honest. Crypto is in the early stages of a long-term upward trend. That's what you like to hear. It sounds positive. But again, the things we want to start talking about is different ways to use crypto, not just buy the coin and see if it goes up and down. There's more to it than that. A lot more to that. The vast majority of money managers remain cautious on cryptocurrency investing, despite some big name investors putting their money behind the digital coins, according to one analyst. Speaking at the Yahoo Finance's All Markets Summit Plus, Fairlead Strategies founder Katie Stockton said crypto adoption will remain in the very early stages with limited institutional money flowing into the space. We're kind of at the very low end of the curve right now. That could accelerate to upside. That goes not just for individuals, but institutions as well, especially pension funds, is one source of major assets out there, really, which have not largely been deployed to cryptocurrencies now, not yet. So there is an upside to this still. So are we in that stage like it was in 2019 before it started to take off all over again? Is that where you are, the accumulation stage, I believe? It's when you buy them right now, buy them on a dip, buy them while they're cheap, and then watch them suckers take off. So this to me was the issue. China declares all crypto-related transactions illegal and forbids overseas exchanges from serving its citizens. So my thing is, what kind of control does China have over overseas exchanges? Do they have any kind of power over them whatsoever? If they're not in China, what could they do? China has the ability, obviously, to track what their citizens are doing. This is where the social scoring goes. So how are they going to punish those individuals who continue to exchange cryptos on different exchanges, even though they're trying to outlaw them? They don't want anything competing with the digital yuan. So we will see. But my understanding is this isn't the first time that China has outlawed cryptocurrencies. They attempted this a few times. So that's why people are saying, "Oh, who cares what's going on in China? They've done this before." Okay, well, let's see. To me, this definitely seems a little different. This isn't just about getting rid of your mining equipment and your miners, but they're also cracking down and making all transactions illegal. So have they done this before? If they have, obviously they didn't have any effect because people went right back to it. The People's Bank of China said Friday that all cryptocurrency-related transactions are illegal. The central bank said cryptocurrencies are not legal and should not and cannot be used as a currency in the market. It also banned foreign exchanges from providing crypto services to local residents in China's biggest crackdown move yet. So Bitcoin dropped 5.7% to about 41,110 in wake of this announcement. So is that what the drop was in cryptocurrencies? That makes it awfully fragile, very volatile cryptocurrencies. But the last time they did that, they turned around and rebounded and went up. So, hey, let's keep an eye on it. So Bitcoin dropped 5.7%. We see Ether lose 9%. We see ADA down 3%. Dogecoin fell 8%. XRP moved 7%. All of them moved lower on this announcement. So again, China is interfering with the market enough to make a difference. So the cryptos rebounded last time. Will they rebound again? Most likely, but I'm curious to see how many other countries are going to follow in its steps. Now, this is an interesting article. JP Morgan warns of shift to Ethereum futures, okay? You want anything dealing with futures and derivatives to stay away from. But the continued divergence away from Bitcoin futures towards Ethereum futures is something to be concerned about, says the analysis at JP Morgan. Why do you need to be concerned? They have a lot more projects, and it was my opinion that eventually Ethereum would not only catch, but pass up Bitcoin altogether. Just like you're going to see silver eventually catch and pass up gold altogether. The ongoing trend led to the multinational bank issuing a note over the weekend to its customers, advising them of the potential large-scale pivot that could ensue. It follows a month of bad news for Bitcoin. After peaking at a value of 52,000, its value has suddenly dropped. The situation has been exacerbated by China's blanket ban on cryptocurrencies and mining altogether. These actions, coupled with the fear of a bear market, have wiped out 150 billion worth of combined value of the cryptocurrency market. As a result, JP Morgan, a note to customers indicating that a strong divergence in demand from Bitcoin to Ethereum. Now, to me, I'm happy about that. I've been pumping, Ethereum since back in 1922, okay? So it's a setback for Bitcoin. But whenever the news highlights it this much, I'm always very suspicious of it. It almost looks like they're trying to chase people away from Bitcoin in order for the big dogs to just grab it up. But having said that, my faith is in Ethereum just like it is in silver. This is a setback for Bitcoin and a reflection of a weak demand on institutional investors that tend to use regulated futures contracts to gain exposure to Bitcoin. See, so this is the one thing I was warning about. Once these people start doing futures contracts, they will manipulate your market. They're already doing it. Welcome to the hell that gold and silver had to go through. Seriously. So in their opinion, Ethereum is going to overtake Bitcoin. This ought to be interesting, that's for sure. Anyways, that's it for now, you guys. Look, I'm looking forward to bringing you guys some different types of news involving cryptocurrencies. But I said this a million times, and I'll stick to my guns on this. You definitely want to make sure you're holding the majority of your money right now into gold and silver. I hope not all your money sitting in the bank, because I'm expecting to bail in, especially with this market now getting ready to possibly crash. If they don't raise the debt ceiling, they start talking about defaulting on their loans, they might use it as an excuse for a bail-in. I'm just warning you in advance. I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying you better be careful of that. So ask yourself this. With all your money in your bank account right now, let's just do the what if. What if they use it as an excuse to do a bail-in? How much of your future are you learning? How much of your nest egg is gone? How much of your retirement plan is gone because you did not protect it by moving into gold and silver? Just warning you. This is the kind of shenanigans they use to just take people's money away from them, all right? So anyways, again, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.